How to cut an orange. Not sure of the best technique to chop an orange, but curious about how. Cutting wedges and rings is simple. What about salad-related portions, though? Well, you could simply segment it with your hands. Doing so produces pieces with the hard, chew-resistant pith. Never fear, there is a sophisticated French technique that will work. How to supreme an orange is to cut it into parts while removing the peel and pith. They are ideal for salads and as garnishes. This is how you do it. How to cut an orange step by step. Step 1. Slice off the ends. Cut the orange's ends off using a broad chef's knife. Make sure the orange flesh is visible and that the pith has been completely removed. Cut the peel off in step 2. To peel an orange, tilt your knife and follow its rounded curve. Don't remove too much of the orange meat at once. Step 3. Remove a section inside the membrane lines. Cut directly on the inside of each membrane line to remove a piece, and this is where it gets a bit tough. Just within the membrane, not directly on it, is where you want to make the cut. The portion will emerge clearly when you make the 2 angled cuts. Repeat step 4 for each segment. Recipe for dehydrated oranges. How come I adore this recipe? I enjoy drinking hot water with a fruit slice. You may take advantage of deals and seasonal fruit by dehydrating it, and you'll always have it on hand. This adds a tiny bit of taste to your hot water. These slices can also be used to flavor cold water. Ingredients required. Normal orange. Dark orange. Directions. Slices should be somewhat thinner than 1/4 inch. Put on a dehydrator sheet that is non-stick. 24 hours of drying at 115 F. Keep in a container that is airtight. Pour 1 slice into each hot cup of water. Best pairs with. Savor a flavorful tinge in a cup of hot water. Fresh orange juice recipe. Orange juice made from scratch requires a bit more effort, but it tastes far better. In answer to a question regarding how to create freshly squeezed orange juice, I developed this recipe. A citrus reamer can also be used for this. Utilize a manual juicer with a sieve if you like less pulp. Ingredients. 4 oranges. Directions. Lightly slap each orange on the counter. Oranges should be cut in half and their juice squeezed into glasses. Recipe for fun spring fruit cup snacks. Spring is on everyone's mind now that April has here. We created these sweet tiny chick fruit cups to commemorate the start of April. For class parties, playdates, or to add a colorful spring touch to your child's lunchbox, try this wonderful spring fruit cup snack idea. All you need are some fruit cups containing yellow-orange fruit, a black and orange marker. I used a permanent marker so it wouldn't wipe off if small damp hands were grabbing at these, and some. Mango, peach, and pineapple fruit cups are favorites among my kids. Draw a few black eyes, hands, and legs to start. Your chick is complete after you add a little orange nose. A magic eraser, baby oil, or some nail polish remover on a Q-tip can be used to remove the date that is imprinted in the center of your fruit cup. Ingredients. Marker in black and orange. 6 fruit cups in shades of yellow and orange. Instructions. All you need are some fruit cups with fruit that is yellow or orange and a black and orange marker. I used a permanent marker so it wouldn't wipe off if small damp hands were grabbing at them. Mango, peach, and pineapple fruit cups are favorites among my kids. Draw a few black eyes, hands, and legs to start. Your chick is complete after you add a little orange nose. A magic eraser, baby oil, or some nail polish remover on a Q-tip can be used to remove the date that is imprinted in the center of your fruit cup. Orange rolls recipe for air fryers. Orange rolls cooked in the air fryer are simple to prepare, tasty, and cook faster than in the oven. The ideal breakfast for Saturday morning cartoons or hectic school mornings. Make these Pillsbury orange rolls in your air fryer to save time and energy. I'm all in favor of a speedy and delectable school day breakfast. It takes less time for these air fryer orange rolls to cook, 7 minutes, than it does for your kids to put on their shoes and get their backpacks. That is if they are anything like my kids, who require many reminders every morning. We adore these easy orange rolls made in the air fryer. Because we continued experimenting with different cooking times and temperatures to get the ideal balance, my kids really enjoyed having them for breakfast many mornings in a row. Don't worry, I was more than pleased to take a stand for the group, as were they. Since it's difficult to prepare them in the mornings before school, I can avoid forgetting to switch off my oven as I dash out the door. In my view, a win-win situation. If you're not a fan of orange rolls, try making cinnamon rolls in your air fryer, or even try making homemade cinnamon rolls like these mashed potato cinnamon rolls. Does an air fryer work for cooking orange rolls? You can make orange cinnamon buns in an air fryer, of course. An air fryer may be used to cook almost anything that can be cooked in an oven. Furthermore, you must cook orange rolls in the air fryer. Why? Because using an air fryer to cook food is faster than using an oven and, depending on the model, requires no preheating of the oven. So you can consume faster meals without having to heat up the entire house. How do you air fry an orange roll? This 5.8 QT GoWise air fryer I have has been a wonderful appliance. Preheating is not necessary, and using the machine is quite simple. I buy Pillsbury orange rolls rather than preparing them from scratch for this recipe. We frequently eat pre-made orange rolls on Saturday mornings because I am not a supermom. We wanted to explore how to cook them in the air fryer because of this. I can cook a whole box of orange rolls at once in my 5.8 QT GoWise air fryer. You might have to cook them in batches, or some today and some tomorrow if your air fryer is smaller. First, open the package. Although waiting for the can to pop may seem stupid, I assure you that it is a step that gives me the willies. Therefore, muster up the confidence to crack open a can of orange rolls. 2. Prepare food. I prefer to give my air fryer a little spritz of cooking spray even though it has a non-stick coating. Place your orange rolls in the basket, then cook the basket in the air fryer. Third step, frosting. Can we all agree that the icing on orange rolls is always the nicest part? Spread that delicious orange icing all over the tops of your warm orange buns. It will melt and gorgeously glaze your orange rolls. Step 4. Consume. Either you eat with a fork and knife or you lick your fingers. Whenever it comes to cinnamon buns and orange rolls, I'm a finger licker myself. Why would you air fry orange rolls? The primary benefit of using an air fryer to prepare orange rolls in an oven is speed. Rolls cook in half the time owing to the convection oven type of cooking, which also eliminates the need to wait for your oven to preheat. Is orange roll frosting cooked? This is a legitimate inquiry. And no, that's the solution. When your orange rolls are done in the air fryer, they will be warm, and the icing will melt as soon as it reaches them. Can I prepare orange rolls for the air fryer in advance? You can, indeed. These are simple to prepare in advance. It's less messy to store and transport them if necessary, if you wait to frost them until you're ready to serve. You may microwave your frosting. Don't use a metal lid in the microwave before spreading it on your rolls. To avoid them drying out if you do prepare them ahead of time, be careful to wrap them in foil or plastic wrap. Pillsbury orange rolls, are they vegan? No. On Pillsbury's own website, it is stated that milk components are included in their orange rolls. It's not obvious if these milk components are in the frosting, the rolls, or both. Your life is going to change thanks to easy air fryer orange rolls. These go from a regular morning breakfast to an everyday morning breakfast with just 7 minutes of cooking time. These orange rolls are usually a success since they're quick, simple, and kid-friendly. Orange rolls in the air fryer. It's simple and quick to air fry Pillsbury orange rolls. You may prepare this for your children in the mornings before school with only 7 minutes of cooking time. Ingredients: Pillsbury orange rolls, 1 can. Instructions: Spray cooking spray sparingly on the air fryer basket's bottom. Place orange rolls in the basket of the air fryer. Do not cram them too closely together. Since each roll will expand while cooking, it is ideal to avoid having them in contact. Cook for 7 minutes in your air fryer at 340 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove from the air fryer and top with icing that is already prepared. Serve now or reserve for later. Recipe for citrus chips. Your new favorite healthy snack is here. These citrus crisps taste like sunlight after being baked slowly. Ingredients: For big oranges, sliced into 1/8 inch thick pieces with the seeds removed, preferably cara, navel, or blood oranges. Directions: The oven should be heated to 175 degrees. 2 rimmed baking sheets should be wire rack-lined. Orange slices should be spread out evenly on the racks. Bake, turning sheets over every 2 hours, for 4 to 6 hours, or until chips are dried and shrunk. Allow to totally cool. As they cool, they'll become crisp. For up to 1 month, store at room temperature in an airtight container. Recipe for ice of orange. Because of how it will taste, do you dislike adding ice to your beverage? Make some orange ice, but be careful not to let it mute the flavor of your beverage. Ingredients: 3 water cups. 5 clean orange peels. Preparation: The orange peels should be added to the water in a saucepan. Remove from fire after the initial boil and let it sit until it cools. Fill ice molds with liquid, then freeze. Remove from the mold and put it into your beverage. Making blood oranges. How do blood oranges work? Describe the blood orange. As its name indicates, blood oranges are a kind of orange. Their dark crimson, blood-like skin is what gives them their name. The pigment anthocyanin, which also gives red and purple veggies their color, is responsible for this hue. These red-fleshed oranges, which have been flourishing in the Mediterranean region since the 18th century, are thought to be a natural cross between the pomelo and the tangerine. The blood orange has to spend at least a couple of hours at a low nighttime temperature of approximately -10°C for the flesh to become crimson. And because there is such a large difference between day and night in Mediterranean autumns and winters, this is the ideal climate for them. Blood orange varieties. The Tarocco, Moro, and Sanguinello are the 3 variations. With the exception of Tarocco, whose season runs from December to May, they have a very brief 2 to 3 month season. My favorite of them all is Moro because of its somewhat bitter aftertaste. As it ripens in the kitchen, its skin also turns a rich, dark crimson, which makes for a very appealing fruit basket. In the UK, we begin to see them around a few supermarkets in December, which is fantastic for all the holiday cooking I do for both business and fun. However, we only get to enjoy them to their most in January and February, when they begin to emerge virtually everywhere. Recipes. Blood oranges can be used in a wide variety of savory, sweet, and beverage recipes. If you enjoy drinking triple sec, you might be curious to find a bottle of blood orange Cointreau, as shown in the image above. Here, I give it a review. I've used these wonderful fruits in the following ways on Lynn's Food. Ingredients: 1 red orange. Instructions: Slice the orange peel off using a good knife. The orange should be laid flat on your cutting board for best results. Then cut thinly downward, beginning at the top. Then, add them to the salad dishes on this page by either slicing them into rings or cubes. If adding to a beverage, save a few slices for each individual and squeeze the remaining pieces for the juice.